Hello, everyone. Welcome to NJAI Solution podcast, where we turn AI into real business results. I'm your host, Nikunj Thakur, founder of NJAI Solution. Really excited for today's conversation. I'm joined by Deepti, co founder of Lumina Data. Her company is building AI agents that automate finance workflow like lease accounting and parcel audits, helping finance team to save time, reduce error, and stay more productive. Deepti, it's great to have you on the show today.
Thanks for having me.
So let's dive in. Deepti, could you share how your journey began and what inspired you to start Lumina Data?
So I always wanted to build my own startup, right? I come from a family of entrepreneurs. Both my parents have run very successful business, so that was kind of my dream growing up. But I wanted to be more on the technical side. That's why I decided to really delve into deep technical stuff. So I did my master's and PhD. I did it in AI back in the day when AI was not so popular, but it was very interesting to me, so I stuck with it. And as I was doing my PhD and doing my research, I really felt that there should be an environment and a place where research should meet product. And the startups are the perfect place for that, because you have to be innovative, you have to be fast enough. So you are building things and you are also being creative and innovative. So that is a very ideal place. So that was my inspiration to start my own company. Yeah.
So yeah, you started with AI, but AI was not popular back then. So what challenge did you face? Were people not ready to adapt AI or any other challenges that you faced while building your company?
So the challenges was mainly around computation. We, few years ago, like 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, the storage and computation was not as much as we consume today, right? So that was one of the challenges with AI. We had to build our own, sort of neural networks or models from scratch because, those things, now that we take them for granted, they're all commoditized and packaged. So a lot of that stuff, we had to build it from scratch. Also, a lot of these concepts were fairly new at that time. And slowly they really evolved, and we have seen tremendous growth in AI. Yeah.
So how were you testing your products or whatever you are making
Currently, right now,
right now at the beginning?
yeah. So at the beginning, it was again very hard to test because we didn't have a lot of data. It was more theoretical and conceptual that we are testing out these theories. I actually worked in my master's. I did my thesis around genetic algorithms, and that the whole concept of that is how you bring about mutations within genes that can really yield you optimal results. So that concept was, we were testing that concept, how to bring that up. And so that time the challenge was more on theoretical. Now, this time, at this present time, the challenges are more about, now you're not hallucinating, or, you make sure that your accuracy is very, very high. So those are the challenges currently.
So your site talk about turning hours of finance work into minutes with AI coworkers. From your experience, which benefits matter most to the clients? Speed, accuracy, or cost saving?
So, literacy is highly critical because we work with finance professionals, and even slight variations can cost them a lot, right? So, so accuracy is super super critical when we are dealing with finance teams and statements and numbers. But at the same time, speed is also of utmost importance because a lot of these processes that finance teams have to do are extremely manual and tedious. It takes hours, days sometimes for them to close their books or to finish reconciliations. And saving that time can be of huge value because now these teams can unlock themselves from this burden and start thinking more strategically. So I would say accuracy and time are two main components that are of high value.
So how you make sure that your AI co-workers are doing work fast and are also accurate?
Yeah, so we stress a lot on accuracy of our models. So we have put a lot of guardrails to make sure that they don't hallucinate. We have trained them on different varieties of data to make sure that they pick up, different patterns. Uh, and we work closely with the customers also to make sure that, the results are very accurate, they feel comfortable. So that is also a personal touch that we offer. For speed, the speed is, it is engineering, how we optimize our process internally. So that comes with engineering, and how we streamline, store our data, make fast queries. So that is how we achieve speed.
So you have built AI agents like lease agents and parcel audit. How do you see these tools changing how team handled work? What used to be manual?
That's an excellent question. So what has happened with agents is that earlier, when few years ago, there were RPAs, and they are very mechanical and rule based tools. So you give them rules, they will follow those rules, and they will not do anything beyond that, right? But now what we are seeing with these agents is, and the way we are building it is, that these agents have the ability to reason and make decisions, and based on the data that they see. So they are more intelligent. They almost mimic how we think and the path that we take. So that is a fundamental difference in how these agents are now coming into place. So what can happen is, they can provide highly customized solutions now, and they can work with different kinds of data, which was not possible with the so-called RPAs and then the SaaS products, right? That were pure engineering products. So that is the fundamental difference with the AI agents. So this can really bring about significant change for finance professionals, because their processes are very complex. They cannot be bound by just few rules. There are a lot of nuances, and they manually do a lot of things that can now be automated, because the system is intelligent enough to learn and pick it up and do things faster. So that changes the landscape for the finance teams.
So your agent learn and adapt according to the financial operation that they are doing, right?
Yes.
So from your perspective, you are into AI. So where do you think that we are not using AI in financial operation, and how do you see it evolving over the next few years?
So I think I think finance is one of these areas where it is a little bit underserved by AI. There are a couple of reasons for it. Because again, because the data is so sensitive, the finance teams have to be very, very careful in their usage of AI, because security is a big concern, because it is extremely sensitive data, and with AI, that is one of the concerns. How securely this data would be handled. I think that is one of the reasons why it is a little bit underused. The other reason why it is underused is because a lot of these finance and accounting teams have been using spreadsheets and have their data all over the place. So it is not only in one place, but it is in separate systems, multiple files. And to consolidate that is a huge challenge right now. So to consolidate that and bring as a single source of truth is a huge challenge. And I think that is one of the barriers to why there is not a faster adoption to AI with finance teams.
So you just mentioned that companies are not willing to share their data. So how do you build trust or credibility that company are willing to share their data and numbers with you?
Yeah, so we work a lot on providing very, very secure experience for our customers. So first of all, we follow all the good practices of never sharing data. We don't share the data even with the LLMs that we use. We only work with metadata. for highly personalized, customized information. We have our own inbuilt in-house LLM models that we use, and we also follow all the protocols with regards to cloud security. With compliance, we are SOC 1 compliance. You're also getting into SOC 2. So those layers really help build trust with the customers, that their data is secured, stored in a secured way, is encrypted, and is not shared with anybody.
So obviously you have a lot of knowledge around AI. So are there any AI tools or trend that you are excited about that you would love to integrate into your current business?
So there are actually a lot of tools that are coming up. So we have built our own agents. We have built our own in-house agents right now, because we wanted to be very specific to our finance product. But I'm really excited about certain agentic platforms that are out there, like Recruit, and coding platforms that I really love. I use Cursor. I've tried Codium, and they really help you code faster. So they are very exciting platforms to use. They help productivity within our team as well. And there are other platforms that are also coming up that are now getting better with reading unstructured data. So yeah, there's a lot of things to look forward to.
So you're already using AI to solve financial operations. Are you using AI in different parts of your business, like marketing, sales, customer support?
So we are using AI in some form for, like, for example, putting our marketing material together. We are using some tools that can, within a few prompts, help you put out some marketing material. For sales, we have some automation around messaging. So there is some small usage of AI that we have started incorporating in our organization.
So what's one thing you're really excited to launch in the next 6 to 12 months? And what are the challenges that are holding you back from achieving your goals right now?
So we are very excited to launch a solid, strong platform that essentially can just, take high-level instructions from the customer, saying that, hey, this is my data. These are the things that you do with it, called SOP in finance terms. So essentially, it's high level data and some few instructions, and then the system understands it, breaks it down, summarizes it, and yields results. So that is something that we are super excited about to launch in the next 6 to 12 months. And the challenges for that are obviously, dealing with a large volume of unstructured data. It can be any sort of data. It can be Excel, PDFs, emails, any sort of data, and then making those connections, making the right connections. If the instructions are not clear enough, how do you start a conversation with the customer and get to more specific directions. So those are all the challenges that we want to address to make it a very seamless experience.
So basically, you want to create an open source LLM like ChatGPT for financial operations, something like that?
Um, yeah, I mean, more agentic, so it will be like, it will sort of like get into your workflow and execute. So you don't have to, connect your data sources. So we are getting into more deeper integrations with the organizations, not only just a chat interface.
And lastly, what advice would you share with founders who are looking to start their own business?
So I would share this advice that AI is here to stay. If you have ideas, make sure that you are solving the problem and not chasing or forcing AI into something that seems cool. But the fundamental thing is, AI is a means to an end. It is a way of solving the problem, but the focus should be on solving the correct problem, because that is where the value creation happens.
Thank you so much for sharing your insights with the audience. For any listener who might want to connect, what's the best way to reach out?
So my email, Deepti at luminadata.ai, is the best way to reach out. And And you can also put a link on of our website. If you can put it in the podcast, then we can also take any queries from our website as well.
Thank you, Deepti.